I don't understand how taking your G2 test works. How do people actually fail that shite? I just went there and got my G2 for the first time. Dude, I wasn't stressing all that hard about it, you know, last night and whatnot. If anything, last night I was stressing more about it than I was today, on the actual test day. Last night it was like settling in. I was trying to avoid the feeling of like, shite, I'm gonna be doing my G2 test tomorrow, man. This shit is a little scary. I couldn't avoid the feeling, so I just kind of had to sit with it. It was sitting with me so hard that literally all 3 of my dreams last night involved me taking my G2. The first dream, I was in Mexico. Since it's Mexico, they just let me just get my G2. I didn't have to drive test or anything. It was as simple as that. My dad too was also like a little upset with me that I wasn't going to like follow into his footsteps and start tattooing in my future. I was making my sister skateboard as well. Am I in focus? The second dream, my G2 was coming up and I was telling myself that I need to go to Dollarama before my G2 just to get candy and whatnot. I was talking to this guy Steve that I know from the skate park in real life, and in my dream he's like, yeah man, I need to go to Dollarama too and get some cigarettes. And I was like, you want me to get the cigarettes? And he's like sitting with contemplation, like he doesn't want to say yes, but like he obviously would appreciate it if I got the cigarettes for him. And I'm like, alright, I'll get you the cigarettes, Steve. Even in my dream, I'm like, Dollarama sells cigarettes? Since when? Then I woke up after that dream and I'm thinking to myself, Dollarama, why was I so set on the fact that Dollarama sold cigarettes? Dollarama doesn't sell cigarettes. Dollar cigarettes? If anything, those would be healthier than the premium cigarettes because they're missing all the black tar heroin and the rat shite. And then the third dream, I was in Walmart before going to my G2 test, and I was telling myself that I need to get some fingerboard obstacles before my G2 test just for the hell of it. There was also like these toys in my dream that were like half Batman, half Spider-Man. It was like one of those boxes that you don't know what you're gonna get when you open it. It was either gonna be Spider-Man with like Batman features or Batman with Spider-Man features. So then I finally wake up. I thought I slept through my alarm so many times, but I never did. Every time I checked the clock, it was so much earlier than what I thought it was gonna be. Fast forward, alright, my G2 test was at 11:23. I was told to arrive at 10:50. Screw that. I hit up my homeboy Caleb. I told him, yo, come at my house at 10:50. He gets here 1:51, boy. Literally, as he's pulling out front of my house, I'm literally on YouTube looking how to parallel park because I forgot. You know, I'm watching closely, you know, line your car up with the mirror so the mirrors are parallel, and then back up, and then turn your wheel. I didn't even get to watch the full video because Caleb literally was out front of my house. Sorry, Caleb was out front of my house as I'm watching it, so I had to like swipe out of it real quick. Anyways, I finally get there, okay? I get there, I think like 11:07. There's not a single person behind the counter, and I'm like, there's no way I'm missing my G2 test because there's no one behind the counter right now. Guys, don't vape on nicotized vapes. Just get glycerin. That's all you need. Anyway, so like 11, probably 20 finally rolls around and some lady sits down and she looks already just fed up with life. I tell her, hey, I'm here to take my G2 at 11:23, and she's like, all right, let me see your license. Give me your all your information. I didn't have a single identity on me. I didn't bring my card or anything, but I figured if I'm in their system, I don't really need any of my shite. Thankfully, she didn't give me any freaking fuss about it. She just asked me for my last name, Acosta, of course. I mean, come on, it's right down there on the YouTube. I mean, come on, my YouTube channel is literally like as legal as it gets. Sorry, my YouTube channel name is as legal as it gets. Okay, my YouTube channel isn't actually named as legal as it gets, but my YouTube channel name is as legal as it. So she's asking me about my life, my kids, what I do. No, I'm kidding. She didn't ask. She asked me what car I was driving. I told her what car it was. She asked me whose car it was. I told her it was Caleb's. Asked me where I was parked. And I told her where I was parking. She's like, alright, either get into a parking spot or park right out front of the building. So I go back outside, I tell Caleb, yo, get to the front of the building. He gets to the front of the building. I go back in and you know, the lady and I are chatting a little bit more. I tell her that, you know, I have immense respect for these guys because I don't know how the hell they do it. They gotta deal with so much bullshit. So many Indian pricks. I mean, hell, have you seen Canada nowadays, man? Look, man, I don't want to turn into no Trudeau channel, but dude, the immigrants are taking over. So I'm telling her, like, man, I don't know how the hell you guys do it. Like, that must take so much work. And she's like, oh, alcohol, that's how we do it. Yeah, we're raging alcoholics. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, you're just gonna admit this like this? That girl was, like, shaking too, slightly. So I don't know if that's, like, you know, as the kids call it, the Henny shakes. I don't know, maybe she was lacking her her elk. But yeah, after chatting to this woman, she was actually getting along with me like pretty decently. It seemed like she was enjoying my company and whatnot. It was very nice. So she tells me, all right, you want to go do your driving test? Go outside right now. You're doing it. I go out front, I hop in Caleb's driver's seat, and I'm just waiting there. Caleb hops in the back seat because, you know, it's his car. He's gonna have to sit in it. This lady, Nicole, pulls up. Just to give you an image, like, big black woman, very nice lady, but she was not nice at first. Actually, she wasn't nice the whole time. She wasn't, but I could just tell that she deals with just so many people. So of course she's not gonna just, you know, be so happy-go-lucky with a motherfucker like me. She started slowly coming around to me like halfway through, but I'll get to that later. So this lady Nicole pulls up and she's like, you can't park here. This is not a parking spot. Why are you parked here? I told her, look, man, the lady in the building told me to just park either in a parking spot or out front of the building. And she's like, out front of the building means in a parking spot. I'm not getting in this car. This is not a parking spot. Lady, just get in the passenger and let's go. So she makes me pull into a parking spot, you know, tells Caleb to leave the back seat. He didn't want him in there at all. I considered bringing the camera so I could, you know, vlog it, but no, and I'm not gonna do that. Corita del papita del chicolín.
I've been sitting here waiting. What happened?
I freaking failed. Look, I failed so hard. I failed so hard.
You got it?
I got it. It was too easy.
Very good.
Thank you.
That's the G2, right?
That's the G2.
So you can drive.
I can drive.
Yes,
it was really damn easy. Like literally halfway through the drive, halfway through the test, I realized that I wasn't even 10 and 2ing, and I was driving all dope man cool, and I was like, oh frig, I'm totally gonna get points deducted for that, aren't I? But she never brought it up or anything. Even like at the end, like all the minor mistakes that I did, like they were so minor. Like one of them was, she was literally just telling me, she was like, and just remember when you're driving, it's not always about the eyes. Keep your ears open too. And I was like, all right. So yeah, it was easy shite. She made Caleb get out of the back seat.
Oh.
Yeah. She didn't want him in there. Well, I guess you guys just heard how the drive went with Nicole. I guess the lesson.
Mr. Driver.
Hello, Father. Thank you. And Nicole's asking me to, like, you know, do all these certain maneuvers, and like she's really being my GPS. She's like, at the next right, turn right. At the next street, turn left. At the next street, go straight. So it was kind of cool in a way, you know. I'll be honest, I was silent as hell the whole time. When it finally came to her asking me to do the parallel park, I was like, oh frick. I watched like 3 seconds of that video right before Caleb pulled out front. But I just applied some physics to it. I figured if I just turn my wheel this way and that way, then it should just kind of just happen naturally. And it did happen naturally. That was my first ever parallel park, and it was pretty damn perfect, if I may say so myself. At one point, she asked me to do a 3-point turn, and she said that, and I froze up because I had no idea what it was in that moment. I was like, what the hell? What is a 3-point turn? So I kind of just freestyled it. Freestyle? Got my G2 done today. Looking outside, that sky was not gray. Man, that shite was so damn blue. Man, that shite was so damn cool. I be driving like a fool, and my hands was 10 and 2. Side note, the frick they was not. I was driving dope man cool. Didn't need the points because I was like a damn cool man. Driving so damn good. She gave me checkpoints, and she let me lick her mother freaking point. That's the clitoral bean, and you know I'm with Nicole, and you know how it be. Man, she hated me at first, but then she got around to me. Then she let me look at her purse. That is not actually what I mean. Yeah, I think you know what I am hinting to. I wink my eye to you. She let me sniff her poo. Man, it smelled like culo, but I have to say that it was pretty damn cool though. So by the end, I see Caliber, yeah, Caliber's my friend. Caliber's the man, Caliber's that dude. He let me use his whip, he knew I wouldn't crash it too. Shout out Nicole, my boo. She let me eat her up like she was some damn food. Anyways, so yeah, I had to freestyle the 3-point turn. I didn't really know what it was at the time. I'm not gonna lie, Caliber, I'm sorry if you're watching this. The front of like your car went over the curb a little bit. And I felt that, and I just went, god damn it. But you know, thankfully the underneath of the car, you know, it can go over a curb like that a little bit. As soon as that happened too, I look over at Nicole and I'm like, god damn it, you know, points deducted. She wasn't really having any of my jokes at first either. Like literally we start driving and I'm like, and we're off. And she's like, what's that? I was like, really? You're gonna make me repeat that? I was like, and we're off. And then yeah, you know, I do the 3-point turn, you know, the underneath of the front goes over a curb a little bit. I felt the scratch. And I say that, points deducted, but she didn't say a damn thing about that. And yeah, I mean, after that, it was just a lot of left, rights, and straights. One of the things that she pointed out was that I'm not looking left when I'm getting into the left turning lane. You know, like if you're gonna make a left, you get into that little lane so that you can make a left. But I didn't really see the point in that, because if you're about to come up into the left lane, no one's gonna be in the lane beside you about to pull into that, you know? Because then that means they're in the wrong lane, and they can only turn into that left lane once that left lane comes up. So there's kind of no point. I mean, I'll give her that, I guess, because she's a driving instructor. She's gonna have to mark something down. But for the most part, I did good. Nicole, if you're watching this, call me. Oh, I'm lightheaded. My physicals G2 card should be coming in the mail within the next couple weeks, so I'm hoping that happens. I didn't know if I gave that lady with the drinking problem the wrong address, but I'm pretty sure I gave her the right one. Anyways, guys, go get your G2, or don't. Honestly, it really doesn't goddamn matter. Okay, just drive and call yourself a traveler. The police won't say shite about it. I'm kidding. Don't try that. I don't know how legit that is, but I could give frick all if you guys got your G2. Honestly, I kind of encourage it just because it's so easy, man. And if you suck at driving, then just don't take it. Just don't. But then again, they are allowing a lot of these driving pricks to drive terrible. So, yeah, I don't really know how that works. But yeah, I don't understand G2 tests. Now, if you'll excuse me, I sincerely have to poo and I want to play some Minecraft. So, until next time, guys. Peace.